So I wanted to squeeze in one more MK video before Injustice 2 is released, so I'm going to be uploading a little more Injustice 2 content than usual, but I know I have to give something back to the Mortal Kombat fans who subscribe to my channel before I do so, and what I did is make another list video, and today's video will be the 8 Mortal Kombat characters who need a second chance. I've seen a lot of people ask me to do a top 10 underrated Mortal Kombat characters video, but I clearly already did that. But since I keep getting asked that question, I thought of another way to make a video about that, and you're watching it right now. If you have any other list video suggestions for Mortal Kombat or Injustice, be sure to leave it in the comments below. Whichever comment gets the most likes, I will most certainly do a video about it, shout out included. Oh, and one more thing, the top comment on my last list video was this one, and yes, I will make a video about it soon. I just need to gather a little bit more information so I can make a good quality video. Anyways, enough talk, let's get right into the video. A fun fact about Notaro is that she's the only vampire character in Mortal Kombat, and I don't know about you guys, but vampires are really cool. So Notaro was the first step into introducing a vampire character into the world of Mortal Kombat, or introducing vampires into the world of Mortal Kombat. However, it fell under the radar. There's a lot of potential with her, and I feel like explaining more of her realm, which is Vaeternus, into this new canon would be something I'm very interested in seeing. Sarina has a lot to work with. Her true form is a demon form, considering that she's from the Netherrealm, so playing around with that in her gameplay can open up a lot of doors with things that we haven't seen before in other characters. Uniqueness is always welcome when it comes to Mortal Kombat. Not to mention that if Noob Saibot comes back in the future, there's something to work with there in the story with them, given their history in Mortal Kombat mythology Sub-Zero. Out of the NPCs in Mortal Kombat X, I would have to say Sarina is easily the most interesting looking character, and I do recall quite a bit of requests for her to be DLC, so people definitely want to see her come back and what she can bring to the table. I actually really used to like Frost, but by the time Mortal Kombat X was released, I just questioned myself, why? I mean, her whole character is just a female Sub-Zero. However, I'm willing to see what a next generation Frost can possibly do in MK11. NetherRealm has proved that they can really differentiate characters with similar powers. A big example of this is Superman and Supergirl in Injustice 2. Both characters have identical powers, but both of them are very different in gameplay. The same can definitely be done with Sub-Zero and Frost. Frost can have more snow type moves with lots of mist and things related to that, and with Sub-Zero you can just keep him the way he is and you've got yourself a perfect set of Sub-Zero and Frost. Now yes, I understand Moloch is dead, but do I really have to say that? I mean, death really doesn't matter in the universe of MK. Anyways, I feel like Moloch visually looks really cool. It's something that you really haven't seen in a Mortal Kombat game before, so why not do something with that? I can easily see Moloch's gameplay being very similar to Bane's in Injustice 1 and 2. Story-wise, I don't know where you can go with him to be honest, but in terms of gameplay, Moloch could be one of the most fun characters to play in the game, and that's where it all stands to me. If a character is so good to play with, then that's all you're gonna have, and that's all you're really gonna need in the end. I will admit that Kiro was literally in deception to replace Kano. Some people even thought that she was Kano's daughter when she was first introduced because of how identical her moves were to Kano. However, I feel like you can easily fix that. For her story, you can make her a mercenary who has a variety of different weapons and sort of be a female Deathstroke. A female version of Deathstroke would be really nice, not just because Deathstroke is my favorite DC villain, but because that would be yet another thing we haven't seen in a Mortal Kombat game. If NetherRealm can create a comeback character that's Kira and make her as cool like Deathstroke, that would be much appreciated to us fans. I've always liked Kai as a character. I always thought a lot more could have been done to his character after MK4, considering that he was trained by Liu Kang. Unfortunately, they haven't taken his story anywhere after MK4, but I feel like this is his chance to come back. Considering Liu Kang is now the Dark Emperor of the Netherrealm, I think this is the perfect time to reintroduce Kai into the new lore. You can have Kai come in and help the combat kids, but since this is a new story, it doesn't seem Liu Kang trained them in this timeline, so you can just have Baraicho do so since he's in the story now, and that can easily be contributed to Kai. This one is going to be a tough one. In the story perspective, there's tons of things you can do with Shujinko. He's a great character story-wise, which is why I really like him. In terms of his gameplay, however, it's going to be a little difficult. Shujinko's power comes from every combatant he encounters, meaning his whole moveset will be based on already existing powers. I can maybe see Shujinko taking his powers from various characters in a way that they haven't used that power. We know NetherRealm can do this, and for a character like Shujinko, he definitely deserves it. Man, do the developers hate this character with all their might. Maybe not for who he is, but NetherRealm just doesn't like Notaro because they have a hard time animating him into gameplay. I mean, I don't even think they even try to do so. All they ever did was remove his 2 legs and called that Notaro. For me, I really want to see him in again. I want to see what a Centaur character would be like in next gen. Yes, I understand it will be the most difficult character to animate, and the hitbox for him would just be very bizarre, and many other things about him would be very bizarre. But if there's any character in all of Mortal Kombat that needs to get a big fix-up, it's Notaro. Because if they don't do it now, they for sure will take an even longer time to even consider him. I just think it needs to get off their plate as quickly as possible, and I think it would be great for the arcade fans who grew up playing against Notaro and fans of this character. So those are my picks for the characters I think deserve a second chance. What other characters do you think deserve a second chance? What other characters do you really want to see get reworked? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, be sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed and subscribe for everything Mortal Kombat. Anyways, my name is Brospo Productions, and I'm out for now.